Welcome everyone to another episode of The Bright Side. Today we're at Geevor Tin Mine, which is just in between Trewellard and Pendeen, very far, far west of Cornwall. It's a little bit windy today. Liking this statue. A proud Cornish miner there, on top of all this rock work. Information placard here. Hard rock breeds hard men, it says there. Yeah, look at that. Amazing. Tractor going by. This place opens at 9 o'clock, except Fridays and Saturdays. What strange days to be closed? Friday and a Saturday. I would have thought like a Monday and a Tuesday would have been more logical, but I suppose they know what they're doing. A few cars parked here, but doesn't look too busy in there today, so let's head on in. And Bell has found one of my favourite things, which is an information placard. Right, here we are. States here, Geevor Tin Mine. You are here. Oh, look, it actually has us there, although I appear to be very small, unless that's me and that's you. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, just an overview of, oh look, Victory Shaft. Wonder what makes it a victory. Was anything ever won there? Hard Rock Museum.
I think there's some rock and roll going on.
Hard rock, yeah. Wheel Mexico. Because we've been, I don't think we've ever filmed it. Let me flip the camera around. I don't think we've ever filmed it, but there is a little restaurant here which is very nice, isn't it? Yes. I can't remember if we've done a vlog from there or not.
I don't think we have.
I don't think we have. We're not gonna.
But it's delicious food. It's well worth a visit. We'll pop in in a little bit and we'll show you the views as well. It's worth coming just for the views alone. But the food is also pretty good. It's
a very grey, mizzly, extreme west of Cornwall, overcast day today. You know, it's fine. It's quite often like this, to be honest.
In St. Just.
in the St. Just area. Oh, okay, so maybe we can. I hope I'm not breaking any rules. It didn't say that you couldn't walk down here. Oh, look at this. Now this one is locked. Bit of information here. Early mining. This small chamber cut into the Rab subsoil. It's one of a number which have been discovered around the Geevor site in recent years. It's one of the earliest structures on the mine. Huh. Oh.
Hello.
Oh, hello. So it states here, these structures, 16th, 17th centuries. It's quite amazing. The actual mine itself, what we know today as Geevor, opened in 1911 and closed in 1990. So it was operational for quite some time. And I was reading online that apparently over the course of its life it produced over 50,000 tonnes of black tin, which is, you know, a good amount. Cornish Mining World Heritage. So when did South Crofty was the last one to close in the late 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Up in Camborne or Poole, whatever.
Although there is some talk
that
a Canadian company has bought it, and it's the fourth.
Canada.
It's the fourth richest tin mine deposit in the world.
Yeah.
So there is some talk that by I can't remember if it's 2026 or 2030, they want to be mining there again.
Yeah, it's quite amazing, isn't it?
So,
so this one also must have been one of the last tin mines, because this closed in 1990. So it only by a few years.
I want to say 1998 for Crofty, but I would need to check and we'll add it sort of
like
here-ish.
Right where your finger is. We'll put the date in when South Crofty.
Yes.
Crofty. I can't get my words
South
out today.
Crofty.
South Crofty. It's okay, because actually today, fun fact, happy birthday to me. Right. Welcome to Geevor. Heading in. Oh, so we get to pick up our helmet. Get a nice yellow helmet. We'll put that on in a minute. Liking this diorama, this model here. 19th century Cornish tin mine. That's amazing. I like that. I do like models. Right. Arrow there, just to point out the way. Just looking at this display case, it says the Metallic Count House dinner service. The items on display form part of a dinner service used in the Count House of Metallic between 1843 and 1895. It's very cool, isn't it? I assume
they're all made from tin.
I was going to say it's all...
the dinner service was commissioned by the purser of Metallic, Stephen Harvey James, to stimulate the demand for tin by proving its versatility. Right. The service was made to be as full of tin as possible, consistently with hardness. As a result, the pieces on display are made almost entirely from tin.
Very cool. It's like a little raised platform here with like a diagram, like a model of the mine, Geevor, Levant and Metallic. Look at that. So that's like they're all the different shafts. Look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, I would not like to have. I wouldn't want it to have been a miner. Oh, here we go. So there's Metallic. One that states Metallic there, and you've got Levant, and then that little placard in there is presumably Geevor. Yeah.
Now is Metallic the one that Poldark?
Yeah.
So we'll go to Metallic at some point, so all of you Poldark fans can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Levant was the one that had the terrible mining accident.
To be fair, lots of them.
Lots. Well, yeah. Right, so we head back out here from this building. It's like the reception building. We went in down there. This part of it is self-guided, isn't it? Yeah. You can walk around like all of the sort of upper areas up here, and then you go down and meet the man
at 11 o'clock.
At 11 o'clock. So they say do this bit first, but because we're so close to 11, we'll go and do him first,
and then come back.
And then come back to this bit. I think that's the plan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Visitors, please enter. Okay, and what was this? This was the Winder House.
So I think it's worth noting that although you can come and visit, this was a real active mine site. So they've done what they can to make it like mobility friendly, but it was an active mine, so it wasn't designed.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. Obviously here they've put the ramp up so you can come up if you're like in a wheelchair or whatever. Yeah, but
just bear that in mind if you're coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how accessible it is when we'll
do our best to show you,
yeah.
But it's just something to consider.
Electric winding equipment by the British Thomson Houston Company, Rugby, England. Look at that, what a phenomenal piece of kit. Driver's cab. So the winder driver operated the winding engine from this cab.
That's the most important. But he's now telling you it is safe to move. I would reply to him 2 bells, acknowledging the signal, and you were in a position now to reach power.
Gosh. Looks so ridiculously antiquated. Oh, a bell went. I hope that wasn't me doing that. Maybe I have started up the equipment. That's amazing. Me working here at Geevor Mine. No, I don't think so. So the winder house, so the electric winder, so presumably all of that back there that we've seen, was commissioned August 1954, replacing the steam winder, which can be seen in the adjacent building. Okay, we'll go and find that. They're quite, when these like places are obviously decommissioned and whatnot, they're quite ghostly, aren't they? I think they're quite a ghostly sort of thing. I don't mean like in a haunted way, but you know what I mean. They're got some photos here. There's Morris Trembathlet, Victory Shaft Winder. So he would have sat right in that office where I was, or in that cab, as they refer to it as. Huh. Wonder if my uncle's here anywhere.
I was looking.
You can see him. Yeah, look at that.
You don't see telephones like that very often.
I was going to say, kids, if you want to know what that is, this is how we used to communicate. Amazing. Is this the one that they were referring to? I have a steam winder, here we go. So this was the one that was replaced in the mid-50s. So this really would have been the old one. Is there a date up here for when it was installed? Information in 1923, the steam-powered one here was put in place. So that had, what, 30 odd years of service
Before they replaced it.
before it was decommissioned and replaced with the electric one, yeah. And what did you say? This is only one of two left in Cornwall?
Complete one.
Complete, yeah. Wow.
So in theory, they could get this up and running again because they've got all the bits, haven't they?
Yeah. Phenomenal. Right, so it's 11:15. We're going to head to the guided tour because that kicks off at 11. Because when was the next one? Like 1 o'clock or something? So obviously, you know, that's quite a way away. So we'll catch the 11 o'clock tour, which is down here somewhere. One hat off. One hat on. I thought for a minute that said bone crusher, but it says cone crusher.
Probably would crush your bones.
It probably would, yeah.
Okay, you all hear me at the back there, yeah?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Right, on this picking belt, everything from underground. Even would have been debts and bits of dynamite, gloves, rags, wood, metal, you name it, the lot. During the Second World War, women used to pick off a belt. There's a picture over there. Later years, as technology moved on, they introduced this electromagnet that would suck up anything metal, and then there was just one person basically picking off anything that shouldn't be here.
Wow, look at it down there. It's huge.
With great big cast steel balls in there, crushing the rock up to 1 mil size. This one's a small one. They had an enormous one over there, but that's gone, as you can see. This one here would munch up 2 tons an hour to 1 mil size. The one over there would do 10 tons an hour to 1 mil size. We'll go out the side. And that's the same as any machine here. Tin being heavy always goes to the bottom, a way of separating it. So does iron, but there's a way of extracting that further down.
Gentleman was saying how noisy it would have been in here. The volume of noise was ridiculous. And I can imagine that.
They'll form a black line at the back. Black line at the back is a heavy stuff, tin, iron, anything that's heavy. We also had uranium here. And that was kept up there. We also had arsenic as well. You want to see what arsenic looks like? To America.
So the grey in it is the arsenic, but it's harmless in this form. It's when it's ground up into a powder.
Just don't lick it.
Just don't lick it. Yeah, we won't lick it. Yeah, is it heavy?
Really heavy.
Oh gosh, yeah. Wow.
Right, it all started kicking off at 1911. And obviously as machinery got...
So those sifters over there, he said there was 90 here in total. It's crazy. I liked all the black stuff coming off the back of it, which is obviously the heavier...
The heavy stuff at the back.
Yeah.
That was your iron and your tins.
Yeah. Wow, look at this. This is just...
Saying there's a lot of wood. Because we're so close to the sea, all the metal would rust, so they would use wood for as much as they could.
Yeah.
You wouldn't all go down to the next level, which is, guess what, more shaking tables.
Someone needs to do their dishes. Check that out. Wow. Amazing. I'm gonna go down. magnetic separation. This is where he was saying all the iron would be taken out with like the magnets, and then they would be left with like the tin.
I mean, you'll see the red colour here everywhere.
States there, the Tin Man.
By Graham Jobbins.
Yeah. So the price of tin plummeted when they started to open cast mine, like in areas like Malaysia and stuff.
And they flooded the market.
Flooded the market with
Price
cheap
dropped.
tin, and then obviously the price dropped in these sorts of places and had to close. Shame.
But, as we said, there is some talk of some of the Cornish mines reopening.
Yeah, or at least all the South Cross
So,
do.
yeah, but if one starts, you never know. It could start a cascade.
That's right. There's Cornish flag there, look. Some pictures here. Back in the day. Stone lintel, Levant, Pendeen.
A lot of green ones are red bands, that's for sure. Yes. Not the way we would,
A very interesting place. Highly recommend coming to Geevor Tin Mine if you've got an interest in Cornish heritage and the like.
We're going underground now.
Yeah, I'm excited for this, aren't
We're
you?
not sure how much you'll be able to see on the camera because we don't know how dark it will be. But
We'll give it a go.
we'll try.
You can actually see that on a beautiful sunny day, what a view it would be here from Geevor. Levant mine, I keep saying Levant mine, just over there. Obviously very, very close, right beside each other. But yeah, you can see how beautiful this area is. The tour guide, he's just gone back up that way and will meet us by the entrance, the exit rather, and we're allowed just to walk through on our own. He just said it's one way, you can't get lost, but it is very low apparently. So you don't want to be coming in here if you're claustrophobic. Yeah, he was saying that kids as young as 7 would work in here back in the day.
That's cute, boys.
Yeah, well, boys, yeah. Wow, this is awesome. It is quite low. You would definitely have to duck if you're... You would definitely have to duck if you're like 6 foot. This is awesome. You right back there? Are you taking a photo of me taking a photo of you?
Yeah. It'll be one of those like infinity photos.
Wow, yeah, definitely having to duck here. I'm about 5'9". Shalpel's just bashed her head. You would definitely need the hard hat.
I believe you've got a helmet on.
Yeah. Yeah, well. I'm just going to leave it roll, actually. Let's just do it in one take. Let's just roll. Oh! Yeah, I'm only like average height. If you're tall, crikey, you'd have to be doing a lot of stooping. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Mexico shaft depth 280 feet.
Yeah. And you can see all the green running through the rock, which was then what they were digging out. So that's your tin oxide and your iron oxide. And it's just so wet down there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Gosh. It's Carol, because we've lost the tour. Everyone's like raced through. Yeah, he wasn't joking, was he, when he said it was low? Crikey, oh, look at this up here, look at this. Ladderway shaft. Wow. This is awesome. definitely not for the claustrophobic. East Drive. See another way down there. Okay, I just caught sight of the tour. They're not that far ahead of us now. Old Mexico shaft. You are now standing over a shaft. Oh, that's good to know. Alright. This way.
Yes, living in Cornwall.
Living in Cornwall, yeah.
We both grown up knowing mine shafts to just open up unexpectedly.
Yeah. Oh, I see light. There we go. That was very cool. I enjoyed that. Da da da.
Well, that's it for me, folks. From here, you can go walk about wherever you like down around there. Other than that, it's back around and up the hill. But anyone who hasn't been to the Dry, I would say that is a must. Make sure you go to the Dry, right?
Alright, thank you very much.
Okay, no problem.
Awesome.
Funny actually, like, can you feel it on your lips? Just how dusty everything is.
Yeah, yeah. He said you might come out covered in
fine.
like iron oxide.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Actually, yeah, it is on my coat a little bit on my arm. I don't know if you can see that, but very bright as well coming out, isn't it? You imagine working down there all day, and then you come out and you would definitely need like sunglasses, wouldn't you? Because you'd be like, even on a relative, well, a very overcast, foggy day like today, it's actually really, really bright. I mean, our eyes will adjust back in a minute. But how super interesting. The guide, obviously an ex-miner, he worked here. He actually worked underground. He wasn't in the, he never worked in that mill that he was taking us around.
And he was saying that actually, as working underground, you weren't ever really aware of what happened up.
On top, that's right.
He went down, he broke rocks, he got paid. That's all he worried about. He was saying if you worked...
And went deaf in the process.
Yeah.
He said he forgot his hearing aids. So he said if he wanted his attention, just shout.
And there's some of the buildings behind us. One of them was the arsenic store, and he said if you worked in there, you had a, like 10 to 15 year career. And then you just disappeared, i.e. died, and someone else new would come and start the next day, and that was kind of expected because you were working with arsenic.
It's brutal, isn't it? I mean, actually,
mining is brutal.
Mining is brutal. Even today, mining is brutal. But actually, he was saying that Geevor was a particularly brutal mine to work in.
But you look where we are, we're right on the coast, the weather does its own thing.
Yeah.
That on top of the work involved, because it's obviously very physical.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And tin mining's been going on in Cornwall for thousands of years.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's just part of what...
Should we have a wander in that direction? Yeah, so the actual guided tour segment is over, and he was saying that basically you're free just to roam around where you want now. Right, so here's the dynamite store. Obviously, there's no dynamite in it now, well, I assume not. Levant mine is just over there, so because Geevor and Levant are right next door to each other. It's very desolate, isn't it, actually? Forget the green hill behind. It's very desolate, but I suppose when it was actively mined for 80 years.
But also, actually, quite ingenious about how much of it they use. So obviously, they're saying all of this leftover gravel, essentially, they would sell to the Highways Agency for when they're building their roads.
Yeah.
The uranium would get mined out, separated and sold off.
Yeah.
The arsenic would get mined out, separated and sold
Yeah.
off. The iron would get sold off. So actually, they used a lot of what although it was a tin mine,
yeah,
they used lots of the other byproducts.
Yeah. So I assume, obviously this isn't going to be accessible now, I assume the dynamite would have been stored
behind those doors.
Because obviously that's just a little narrow... Oh yeah. Yeah, there you go. So we were just in that bit. And then the darker part of the building then, obviously the back half where the dynamite was stored. Yeah, interesting. The view there looking back at Geevor. That was, I think, that was the Victory Shaft, as it was called. Obviously the mill and everything where all the ore was ground up. Goodness, it's getting very windy. Whoa. But yeah, we were free to just wander around here. This is heading into the Levant mine. All this stuff over here, I believe he was saying. He did say this was Levant, didn't he? I assume this mine closed a lot earlier, because actually this one is just a ruin, isn't it? Whereas actually you can see up there that Geevor is still, you know, it all exists still. Whereas this one...
And actually they probably pilfered bits.
Possibly, yeah.
Into that mine. Kind of the way of it, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, this one's derelict and ruined. See if we can find out when Levant mine was closed. I'll be right back. So Shelley just read that the Levant mine opened in 1820. We say 1820?
1820 and closed in 1930.
1930, so that's been closed nearly 100 years.
And it was a tin and copper mine.
Yeah. Amazing. Wonder what this would have been like to have seen in its, you know, when it was all up and running. Lots of rabbit droppings everywhere. Obviously, lots of rabbits live here.
Lots of red.
Beautiful coast. Very windy, but another beautiful view of our coastline here in Cornwall. Absolutely stunning. Wow, look at those iron things there sticking out. Shelley was just reading that this is the arsenic works. Yeah, I would not have wanted to have they got like little nose coverings on?
Yes.
No wonder, you wouldn't want to breathe in arsenic, would you? Wow. Shelley's just saying in 50 years it produced 4,000 tonnes of arsenic. Super, super interesting. Like I said earlier on in the video, if you do have an interest in Cornish heritage and mining and the like, do pop out to Geevor. Really interesting. And this is all part of the coastal path. So you don't have to pay admission to come to this bit, presumably. Geevor Tin Mine is up there. This is all part of the coastal path. So we're not going to obviously do that today, but yeah, you don't have to pay, strictly speaking, you don't have to pay to come and do all this. Right, so we're going to head back up to the mine proper, well, mine is all over, all around, but up to Geevor. You know what I mean? Up there. Up there. The museum part of it. Way too much footage for one video.
Yes.
That took up to about 30 minutes, and then there's still like another 30 minutes left. So
much to see. Watch this space for the next.
Huge amount there. So we're going to split this video in half. I know we don't do that often, but there was so much to see at Geevor. Geevor Mine was so interesting, and we kind of felt that we did want to document it, like, well, as much as we could really. So next week will be part 2 of this video. So do all the usual YouTube stuff for now. Like, subscribe, smash the bell, and you'll never miss it on any video that we put on YouTube. We are on social media.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok at The Bryce Side.
So check us out there. So from us to you, cheers and gone for now.